look, it was an avalanche of penalties as well. We piggybacked them time and time again. We got a yellow card, allowed them to run out of their own half. We didn't touch the ball for large parts of that second half because our discipline was so bad. I think it just came down to a lack of composure under, you know, a little bit of adversity there with giving away penalties, and we couldn't stem the flow, and that's on us as players.
Sione, where does this rank amongst some of the lowest points you've felt as a Scotland player?
You know, after last week, that feeling that we felt after the final whistle, it was hard feeling to take, and I think this one's worse for us because we talked about all the things that we were going to do when we got up 21 points, but we lost our composure. And I think, you know, in the huddle I mentioned to the boys, myself included as the captain, as players, we're going to have to take a good hard look at ourselves because it's not a good enough performance, you know, from us as the players. With perfect game plan, we're executing the game plan. We're 21 points up, and we lacked accuracy and composure when it was needed. We score one more try after going 21 points up, and I think, you know, the floodgates got open from there. We were playing some good rugby, but we didn't do that, and to be honest, we deserve to probably cop it a little bit as a playing group. The guys that went out there, and I feel a little bit guilty because, you know, we look at some of the boys that didn't play today, and they've been preparing us so well week in, week out throughout this campaign, and the boys that had the responsibility of playing today weren't good, and that performance was just not good enough, and we got to own that.
Supporters obviously booed at the end. Sione, is that fair?
Sorry?
Some of the supporters were booing at the end, was that fair?
I think so, yeah. You know, McGregor spoke in the change room about, you know, back-to-back home sellouts. Not every stadium does that. You know, we watched some rugby yesterday and there were some empty seats in the stadium, not at our stadium. And yeah, like I said, there's a little bit of guilt there because people pay good money to come watch us, and yeah, I think we need to cop this one as a playing group, especially, and put our hands up and say that's not good enough.
So that whole composure piece has been such a big work on for this group. How much of a retrograde step does that feel for it to kind of fall apart like it did?
Yeah, it hurts, doesn't it? Especially when you're speaking about it throughout the week. The coaches are speaking about it, about how do we fix that, and we have these conversations, and then yeah, I just think, and this is the most important thing, I think it comes down to individual error at the time, and that's the hard part, is that we got to look back at this game and pick out where you went wrong as an individual, I feel like, and even me as a captain, you know, where did I go wrong in this game to the point where we couldn't stem the flow of their momentum. So it's going to be a tough couple of days, but tell the boys we got to stick together now because it's coming, I feel like, and we probably deserve it as a playing group. So yeah.
At halftime, did you talk about how dangerous they are? You know, was there talk about, you know, avoiding complacency because once they get ahead of steam up, they can be so dangerous?
Yeah, I think we always were aware of all their athletes right across the field, you know. But I think when we got the yellow card, especially, we let them run at us rather than, you know, maybe getting up and taking their time away and their space away, so their athletes couldn't get, you know, their head of steam up, and ended up breaking us off the kickoff after the yellow card, and we couldn't stem the flow from there. So there was no complacency. We knew the threats were out there, and to be honest, we started the second half really well. We were in there 22, but like I said, we did not punish them like we were supposed to do and like we were instructed to by the coaches. So that's on us.
Great, thank you.